questions. Let's start with Matt Preem from 247 Sports.
Yeah, Noah, how far along you feel like you've come in the year or so that you've been on campus? What's just been the natural progression of your game, you feel like?
I'd say there's a little growth there. There's still things I need to improve on, just like my eye control, reading the old line, just the little stuff basically.
James Crapia, the Oregonian.
No, it looked like last Saturday at least that the inside linebackers were rotating as much or more than any group in terms of personnel. I know you were teamed up with a couple of different guys, in part because Isaac was coming in late, but nevertheless, just what has it been like working with even more guys here this spring?
It's good, to be honest, just working with different linebackers in the linebacker group, just building trust with each other, just building dependable depth. That's all we're about.
Julian Minenson, KZI.
Noah, can you kind of give an update of how you guys are progressing through Coach DeRuyter's defense so far this spring?
We're doing good so far. It's just the terminology is different, but the concept is the same. We just got to get the terminology down, and everything will be fine.
Eric Scopel, 247 Sports.
When we talked with Coach Wilson on Saturday, he was talking about how many of the guys hadn't taken part in a scrimmage before, including yourself. What did you see from yourself and some of the younger guys who really haven't had scrimmage opportunities when they got an opportunity on Saturday in Autzen?
It's actually a good opportunity for us young guys who early enrolled last year. We didn't have really a fall camp, spring practices. So this is like really helping us really get into the defense more, understand the X's and O's of it. I've been grateful.
James.
Guy that a lot of fans were really looking forward to seeing you play with was Justin, and obviously I know he's been back and was a little bit limited this past weekend, but looks like he's closer and closer to fully back. What's it like just getting him back on the field here in the spring?
His presence is different. Everybody can feel it. Everybody can feel it. You feel me? Number 10, he flying to the rock, wherever the rock is, whether it be in the opposite pylon or our pylon, he's running to that rock.
Julian?
Obviously, it's different positions than your brother, but what kind of conversations have you had with Panay, if any, about going from year one to year two and how to advance your game to the next level?
My mentality, that's the biggest thing. Every time I step on that field, like he said, that person across from me, he's trying to, you feel me? I'm trying to pursue my dreams, and he's the only one stopping me from pursuing my dreams.
AJ Jacobson, Rivals.
Yeah, I was just wondering about your impressions of true freshman Oregon guy, Keith Brown. What have you seen from him?
A lot of good stuff. It's just little things like me, just eye control, reading the flow of the lineman. That's what we really need to be working on.
Scopel.
It seems like you guys just athletically have an incredible group of guys in terms of just your size, your speed, your collective athleticism. Does that feel like maybe the strength of this group, or kind of how do you look at your group and kind of identify maybe what you guys are going to be known for this season?
To be honest, we're all athletic. We can move really well in space, in between the box, you feel me? We can squeeze in the smallest gaps ever. I may be 6'2", 6'3", 260, fit in like this much space. It's crazy.
Ryan Thorburn, Register Guard.
What are your emotions going to be like Thursday night, do you think, and where are you going to watch from?
I don't know right now, but I'm just talking to my family right now just to figure that whole situation out.
What do you think it's going to be like to see your brother get his name called in the draft?
It's truly a blessing just to see one of my brothers pursuing his dreams. I just couldn't be more happy.
Ryan, you done? James?
You mentioned the change in terminology with the defense, Noah. I'm imagining that for you and Isaac, it's probably as big a burden as any since you have to make the calls on the field. How similar is it to Coach Avalos' system? How different is it? How much was kept over? What's similar? What's different?
Our coverages have the same concept. It's just like I said, just the different terminology. But Coach Wilson does a nice job of comparing the old defense with the new defense, which helps us learn a lot.
Matt,
Yeah, can you speak to Isaac's just leadership and just the impact Isaac has on this defense for you at your position?
I'd say he's I have the utmost respect for him. Everybody on the team does. He's a real leader. When his helmet is strapped on, everybody knows it's straight business.
Torres, Ducks Digest.
No, I think I recall hearing Panay talking about you guys playing football growing up. You didn't have a ball, so you had, I think it was a bottle filled with sand. When you think about, you're here playing major D1 football now at Oregon. When you think back to those days, what do you think you take away the most from like what helped you get to where you are now?
Just having my brothers all playing the same sport that we love. You feel me? Sharing different skills, abilities, just different techniques even with the bottle of sand, you feel me, using it as a football. It was just one great time.
James.
I think I had you written down on one of the special teams units, either kickoff return or kickoff coverage, Noah. Just wanted to confirm that you're working there. And did you work there at all last season? Just what has it been like working on that unit here in the spring?
Can you say that one more time, please?
I think I had you written down as working on either kickoff coverage or in the kickoff return on like the front line or something this past Saturday. I don't recall you doing that this past season. You might have. I just don't remember.
I started off the first game in Stanford and kickoff return, but I'm getting slowly back into that. But I don't know yet. It's still not penciled in, so we'll see.
AJ.
Last practice, KT was mic'd up, and he said something to you like, "Hey, it's live tackle. Don't kill a man." Talk about KT's leadership out there.
Hey, KT's one of a kind. I mean, he always tries to bring a juice. When everybody's like silent, we'll be in the huddle and he'll be trying to get everybody turned up. Try to, you feel me? Everybody flock to the rock. Just bring the juice.
James.
Every defense always wants to create turnovers, Noah. And I know that's been a point of emphasis this offseason. It always is, but after a big drop from the year before, what do you try to do other than, I mean, you're always trying to punch the ball out anyway, but what do you try to do to increase turnovers?
Just helping my teammates, you feel me? Like, you know how like you said, punch out the ball. I'd be trying to give pointers to my teammates to help them create turnovers for themselves, which helps the team as a whole.
Max.
No, I want to go back to last season real quick. Probably not one of your proudest moments or best moments when you got hurt in that UCLA game. But, what was just so crazy for me watching you, and, I'm sure a bunch of people, was when you came back so quickly. What lessons were you able to take from, facing that adversity and looking back on it?
At first, to be honest, I thought it was over for the rest of the season, but got some x-rays, everything was fine. And just basically my teammates just helping me keep my head up, which helped me push through it.
That's all we have, Noah. Appreciate your time.
Yep.